Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to break down the incredible framework from the book Crucial Conversations. It's a guide for taking those really difficult, high-stakes dialogues and turning them into something amazing. All right, let's just jump right in with a question for you. Seriously, take a second and think about it. Is there a conversation you've been putting off? Maybe it's with your boss or your partner or someone in your family. We all have them. These big conversations that just kind of lurk there, feeling way too risky to even start.
So, first things first, what even is a crucial conversation? Because getting a handle on these moments isn't just some small life hack. It's an absolute game changer for your career, your relationships, and yeah, even your health.
Okay, so here it is. A crucial conversation has three key ingredients. Number one, the stakes are high. Two, opinions are all over the place. And three, emotions are running strong. Think about it. Giving tough feedback to a coworker, ending a relationship, talking about money. Yep, those are the moments where things can go south fast. And the research on this is wow. It's pretty staggering. One study found that how a couple handles these crucial conversations is the single biggest predictor of whether they'll make it long term. Get this, it's even more important than just being compatible. That proves this is a skill you can learn, not just something you're born with.
Okay, so if they're so important, why do they go so wrong so often? I mean, we've all been there, right? The answer boils down to one simple, powerful word: safety. The second someone stops feeling psychologically safe, the whole conversation is pretty much toast.
See, here's the thing. On a biological level, our brain doesn't know the difference between a verbal attack and a physical one, like a tiger jumping out of the bushes. When we feel attacked in a conversation, our body just floods with adrenaline. That ancient fight-or-flight response totally hijacks our brain, and rational thought just goes right out the window. And that pushes us down one of two really bad paths. We either clam up and go into silence, hiding what we really think and just avoiding the issue, or we go the other way and lash out with verbal violence, trying to control the situation, slapping labels on people, or just plain attacking. Both of these completely wreck any chance of having a real dialogue.
So, how do we stop this from happening? How do we fix it? Well, this might be the biggest takeaway from the entire book. You don't start by trying to manage the other person. You start with you. The path to a better conversation begins by looking in the mirror.
You see, when we're under pressure, our brain loves to give us what the authors call a fool's choice. It makes us think we have to pick between two terrible options. Either I'm brutally honest and probably destroy this relationship, or I just keep my mouth shut to keep the peace.
But here's the secret. That's a false choice. The people who are truly great at this stuff, they refuse to pick one. They find a third way. A path where they can say what needs to be said, the complete truth, and make the relationship stronger. It's not either or, it's both. This quote just nails it. Our emotions don't just come out of nowhere. They're created by the stories we tell ourselves. The fact is, your coworker missed a deadline. The story you might tell yourself is, they don't respect me. Before you even open your mouth, you have to question that story. You have to work on yourself first. Okay, so once you've gotten your own head straight, then you're ready to actually talk. So let's get into the practical tools you need to build that feeling of safety and really nail the conversation.
The whole foundation for a safe conversation comes down to two things. First, mutual purpose. The other person has to believe you're working towards a shared goal. And second, mutual respect. They need to know you value them as a human being. If either of these is in danger, you have to stop talking about the topic and fix the safety issue first. Okay, so how do you actually say the hard stuff without starting a fight? Well, you use this awesome acronym, STATE. It's a 5-step model for being persuasive, not pushy. First, you share your facts, just the neutral, observable things. Then you tell your story about the conclusion you drew from those facts. Next, and this is key, you ask for their side. The last two are about staying humble. Talk tentatively, don't state things as gospel, and encourage testing. Invite them to disagree with you. It makes it safe for them to speak. Okay, last piece of the puzzle. A great chat is, totally useless if nothing changes afterward. The final step is taking all that good dialogue and turning it into a real plan. And to make sure everyone's on the same page, you gotta be super clear about how the decision is gonna get made. There are 4 main ways. Is it a command decision, where one person just makes the call? A consult, where they get input first? A simple vote? Or a full consensus, which you'd use for the really big, high-stakes stuff? Deciding this up front saves a ton of headaches later on. So there you have it. You master your own story, you make it safe for others, and you move forward to action. You can stop dodging those difficult conversations and start using them to build better outcomes. You move from conflict to collaboration. So, let's go back to that first question. That one conversation you've been avoiding? What's your next move?